All right, so this first guitar solo begins with a unison bend. This is 9th fret of the high E with 12th fret of the B, and it's vibratoed. And then you're going to bend, release, and pull off. So one more time, you got 1, 2. And you can do this 11th fret of the G string with the ring finger or the middle finger, whichever is more comfortable for you. So at the end of bar 2 there, you're going to sustain that bend and vibrato for 3 full beats. 1, 2, 3, release, pull off. Now bar 3. So we're starting 9th fret of the G. 9th fret of the G, slide up to 13th fret of the G, 12th fret of the B. And here you're bending that 14th fret of the B, the C sharp, up to D sharp, a whole step. All right, here in bar 4, across beats 3 and 4, you're going to bend that C sharp up a step and a half, release, up a step and a half again twice. So bend, release, bend, and bend again. And vibrato. So that's another bend up a step and a half, release. So in bar 6, you got that hammer, 12, 14 on the B. Slide down. Then you're going to slide up to 11th fret on the D. And that E note's on the downbeat of B3 in bar 6. And then the last lick in this solo goes across the last 2 bars, bars 7 and 8 of that section. And that high C sharp, that's the first note. And this is a cool riff, it's all picked. So you follow that fretted C sharp with a B that's bent up a whole step to C sharp. Then 9, 12, 9, high A, B. One more time, coming from the previous bar. So you're going to bend 11th fret of the G up a whole step, bar across the top 2 at the 9th fret. So here, bar 7 from the beginning. Set the half step bend on the 11th fret of the G, come back down. Or you could do it as a pull off. And then bar 8, bend up a whole step, 11th fret. Last note you play is that 9th fret of the G. And it's neat, that slide up at the end, it goes all the way up to the 18th fret, and that's a C sharp note. Okay, this second chorus of soloing begins with a repeatedly picked E note on the 9th fret of the G string. So you're going to pick it, and then you pick 11th fret, and that 11th fret of the G then slides up a whole step to the 13th fret. Now here in bar 2 on B3, 1, 2. So we're doing another unison bend, 9th fret of the high E, 12th fret of the B bend, a whole step. So you hold the bend while you repeatedly pick the 2 strings. That's for beat 3, and then on beat 4 you bend it again. Now in bar 3 we're going to begin with the bend, up a whole step, release, back to 9th fret of the B. So this is on the B string. A 12th fret bend, a whole step and release. 9th fret. So you're going to land 11th fret of the G, unbent, and then you bend it 3 times. And that 3rd time, you put a vibrato on it and get a little bit of that 9th fret of the B in there for a unison bend. So those 2 strings together. Now we're into bar 4. So after you're holding that vibrato unison bend, you're going to bend up, down, release, and come down. And then right back to a bend. So that's 11th fret bend whole step, 9th fret of the B, 9th fret of the high E. And right here, I switched to my middle finger to go for that quick slide up to the C sharp note, 14th fret of the B string, followed by 12th fret of the E string and 14th fret of the E string. And you can either use your ring finger for the bends there. Now here going into bar 6, you have that 14th fret of the high E that's bent up a whole step and released. So it's bent, released. So you hear the sound of it going down. 12th fret of the high E. Back to 14, and then 14 bent. So this is 7th bar of this solo. We're going to bend. Bending that 14th fret of the B, up a whole step, releasing and bending it again. That's into bar 8 of that solo. So bent and released repeatedly. And then you slide up 12, 13 on the G string. And slide down.